Come closer. I want to talk to you. I'm going to tell you an astounding story.
I was thinking about that dame upstairs and the way she had looked at me. And I wanted to see her again, close, without that silly staircase between us. How could I have known that murder can sometimes smell like honeysuckle?
I don't care who loves who. I won't play the sap for you.
Hey everybody, it's Derek with the Rolla Public Library. I'm pleased to announce that this January we are going to relaunch the Classic Film Club virtually. If you like old movies or if you like cinema in general, you'll probably find this film club to be interesting. Each month we're going to explore a specific genre of classic movies. This month, for the month of January, we're going to look at classic film noir. Let's answer some basic questions about what film noir is. The term noir is used widely for many different movies and many different genres. But when we're talking about classic film noir here in this video, we're talking about a specific type of movie that was made about between the 1940s and 1950s. As a genre, film noir can actually be identified based on a couple of key traits. First of all, most film noirs use low-key lighting. This low-key lighting, which helps create these really vivid shadows, help create the imagery that we associate with film noirs, especially as it exists in these black and white movies that we're talking about. So there's a lot of shadows, it creates vivid imagery, and this noir imagery is an important aspect of what film noir is. Another aspect that helps us identify film noir are the heroes or the protagonists and their relationship to morality. Heroes in these types of movies are generally a little bit cynical, and while they have a moral code, that moral code is usually made very tough by a corrupt environment where there's a lot of people who are very much not moral people.
What have you ever given me beside money? Have you ever given me any of your confidence, any of the truth? Haven't you tried to buy my loyalty with money and nothing else?
Some film noirs don't even have a hero at all. For example, Christopher Cross in a movie called Scarlet Street, he was morally weak and the characters around him corrupted him and he made bad choices and then he had bad outcomes.
Chris!
I thought over some of my things, Kitty. I'll bring some more tomorrow. The rest on Saturday. Oh, you have company.
It's just Millie and John, eh?
Sure.
You know, Millie's boyfriend. Come on, I want you to meet them. Millie, this is a friend of mine, Mr. Cross, Miss Ray.
How do you do, Miss Ray?
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Cross. And, Johnny Prince.
Glad to know you, Mr. Cross.
How do you do? It seems to me I've seen you before somewhere.
Could be, Mr. Cross.
Yes, I just don't seem to remember. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Another aspect that identifies film noir is that they're set in urban locations. And film noirs almost always involve a crime of some kind. So these films are usually stories of desperation, and the desperation which happens is usually within the context of some kind of criminal activity or there's some kind of crime that's being committed. So the classic film noir genre lasted basically from 1941 to 1958. The first film noir movie was The Maltese Falcon. And about 1958, Orson Welles made Touch of Evil, which is generally considered to be the last film noir movie. So you have 1941 with The Maltese Falcon and 1958 with Touch of Evil, and in between that time you had all these movies that we associate with the classic film noir genre. Now during this nearly 20-year time, over 250 film noirs were made. These include movies like DOA, or Double Indemnity, and Gilda. All these movies we have here at the Rolla Public Library. We have other noir movies as well. And if you check the advisory guide below, you can see some of the noir movies that we have and potentially check some out if you're interested in learning more about noir. Now, by the 1960s, film noir was obviously kind of declining as it was originally, as the original state of it was. A new type of noir started emerging, a new type of noir genre called neo-noir, and that was expressed through movies like Marlowe and Harper, Taxi Driver, and Chinatown. And these are movies that echo noir themes, but they do so in the context of color cinema. Here at the Royal Public Library, we're going to virtually screen the movie Scarlet Street, directed by Fritz Lang in 1945. This is a great movie for studying film noir. The character, Christopher Cross, is kind of a tragic noir figure. It's a great character for studying in terms of learning about noir movies because it's that tragic, dark kind of themes that we've already kind of discussed. And it also depicts the low-key lighting and some of the imagery, the shadows and whatnot, that define what the experience of a film noir is for viewers. The film stars Joan Bennett as the femme fatale, and it stars Edward G. Robinson as the protagonist, Christopher Cross. And the movie, when it was originally made, actually had loads of controversy with it, and it was actually banned in 3 major cities, New York, Milwaukee, and Atlanta. But it's a great film for exploring what these themes of film noir are. The movie's in the public domain, so that's the reason we're able to show it to you. If you check below in the comments, we'll have more information about how to watch it, so go ahead and check that out. In addition to watching the movie, I would recommend that you check out the advisory guide that we also have below. And these have a listing of some of the movies that we have that are noir related. And so if you're interested in checking those out, call us at 573-364-2604. And we'll be able to put a curbside order through on any noir movie that you would like to watch. You can choose one specifically from the list, or you can just have us pick one out if you're just interested in exploring the genre and want us to find one for you to watch. Enjoy the month of January as we explore these noir films, and thank you very much.